ticket?
Yeah, we do.
There's a little thing that comes
That's
off.
an alarm on
But they
it?
know when they leave.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Horrible, man. That's not right for children. Or any person for that matter.
The police found more chains and screamers beside every bed in the room.
Wow.
Back with Senna, the chains weren't the only thing police planned to confront her about.
So if CYD would come, because let's be real, that house was not the best, cleanest house ever. It was always dirty.
This is insane.
She had them in chains, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, dude? What's up with that?
Huh?
And every time CYD showed up, you guys would just start picking it up, correct?
Yeah, I was.
Who was she calling to give her time to pick up the house?
I don't know.
In addition to more evidence of the callous disregard and treatment of the children, the police also found a strange area attached to the laundry room at the Cushman residence.
Oh. It just leads back. It just leads back here.
That is fucking disgusting.
What? I'm good.
Nothing relevant was found in this strange area, but it was a different story entirely when they searched the backyard.
It's behind. Yeah, there's an AC on this side.
This small structure would become
Wow.
very important to the case soon enough.
Hey, come here.
Those who tried to report this terrible mistreatment of the children in living conditions met with the short end of the stick. In an exclusive interview with Iwu, Matthew shared more about his frustration with law enforcement after he alleged that they told Cushman he was the one who reported her.
So I gotta
They
go talk to
literally
Doug Bowman,
what?
city cop.
What happened to anonymous? Like being anonymous when you do stuff like that? Cause you literally could have put that man in danger.
And I go over and I'm like, what is this? Well, you got a restraining order against you from Jamie Cushman and them. Blah, 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 says you harassed them, whatever. And I was like, Doug, the kids are getting chained to a bed. I said, your cop messed up. No, their story checks out.
What Matthew didn't know
Wow.
is that the chains were only one aspect of what was going on. The officer in question also asked Matthew to provide photo or video proof of his accusations, which just wasn't
Whoa.
feasible thanks to the iron grip Cushman kept on everyone in the house.
If I was taking pictures that flash at night, she would have lit me up and it'd been over with. And she'd have a way to cover it up. Doug, I said, is this going to be the one time that the kid slipped through the cracks? And he said, well, I guess so.
Matthew was no longer welcome on Cushman's property after the police allegedly told her about his involvement.
Wow.
And then the cops in Clovis wouldn't believe me. I said, they treated me like I was a criminal. Like I did something. They actually threatened me with having a false report on somebody.
Sadly,
Wow,
this was
they didn't
only one
even look
example of
into
the
it.
frustrating experiences witnesses had with local law enforcement. In an exclusive interview with Iwu, Alicia Brand, a former friend, roommate, and partner of Cushman, shared more on the subject.
I made between CPS and the Texaco police. It had to be like 75 calls. It had
Damn.
to. I did it anonymously for a while until I didn't care.
75 calls. She called 75 times. And they didn't do anything. She called and the other dude called. And that didn't raise any flash. She called 75. Bro took pictures and showed evidence and they still didn't do anything. Where the fuck is this police department? Cause that shit is dumb as fuck. Everybody in that motherfucker need to be fired. I'm talking all the way from the head to the bottom. I don't give a fuck if you just got hired yesterday. You fired too. What the fuck?
Care anymore. Hi, I'm calling again. Hi, I'm calling again. And maybe I'd get a different person on the line and they'd be like, no, I'm gonna put good notes in this. Like the notes from last time don't really look like that. And I'd be like, what do you mean? And I'd tell them from the beginning, and then I'd tell them currently, and I'd tell them, and I'd spend hours on the line over and over and over trying to get someone else out there. I'd be like, please don't send the local sheriff. Please don't send, the same people that have been going out there. You need someone bigger.
The state police were determined to handle things differently. They tracked down Sheriff Doug Bowman and brought him in for an interview of his own.
Over the course of my career over here, 14 years, I've been over there, I can't tell you exactly how many times, but it's been a handful of times that I've been over there with CYFD. Mm-hmm. I found it unusual that every time we went, the accusations that were made, there was no evidence or foundation to believe what they were doing was wrong.
Because somebody was tipping it off.
Not the best that it could be, yeah. But I've been in a lot of houses like that in my career that doesn't justify taking kids out of there.
I literally pulled the chains off the wall. Mm-hmm. We have chains and evidence on every single wall where the bed's at.
Kenny, I don't doubt you guys.
You never saw a chain hung up next to the bed and the kids?
No, sir.
Time at all?
There was never a chain.
Because you
Back
never
in the
checked.
interrogation room,
Goofy ass
Senna was growing
motherfucker.
more and more distressed.
Tell me about the
You
dungeon
didn't want to
outside.
do your job. You just wanted to collect a free paycheck.
What
That
dungeon?
shit crazy,
the
man.
storage shit outside the house.
The one in the front yard right there?
In the back.
In the backyard?
Yes, with the snake and the cats. What's that used for?
Police first learned about the dungeon when they asked about Cushman's uncle James, who sometimes lived on the back part of the property. Why he built it and what he utilized it for remains unknown. Police were pretty sure that they found the dungeon in question while carrying out the search warrant on the property.
Something's in there, huh? Was an air conditioner in there?
Is
Do you
it a
think
meth
that's
lab?
like what they say the dungeon is?
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's what I'm thinking, because there's
There's an air conditioner.
yeah. For your baton fit?
Got it? Yeah, I don't want to bet on the top.
There you go.
That's cats, bro. Oh, there's a bed, bro. There's a dungeon, bro. Hold on, let me photograph it.
Wow.
Is that a freaking arrow? There's a toilet in here? Got a SIM card?
SIM card?
Is there a camera?
In addition to a crossbow, camera, chains, and an abundance of cats,
Oh,
the investigators
no.
also found another critical piece of evidence that would be significant later. Senna, however, had a different explanation for the shed dungeon altogether.
Andy and Rob stay there.
Who?
Andy and Rob stay there.
Who's Andy and Rob? The two people with the baby? Where's the baby now?
They're in Oklahoma, as far as I know. The baby got taken away.
Did you ever put the kids in there?
No. The kids never got in there. I know that 100%.
Police needed to find out how much Jamie Senna was aware of what was happening to the children, and what her exact role was in the cycle of mistreatment that so clearly pervaded Cushman's inner circle. They clearly suspected that she wasn't telling them the whole truth, though the reason why was more complex than they could have predicted.
Whose idea was it to do that?
I,
When you moved in, was it already happening?
it was already there.
So you had no way in installing those chains? And did you ever
Oh, shit.
tie them to their ankles? Did you
I
personally tie them?
once, I think.
Once. Why would you do that I don't give a damn if it was once. Why the fuck would you do that anyway? And why the fuck you got no chain to a fucking alarm? That shit is wild to me. That shit is insane. Like, you got your fucking kids chained to a bed with an alarm. What the fuck? What in your right mind makes you think that is the best way to discipline your child when they're not listening? Put them in a corner. Hell, raise your voice at them. Whoop their ass. But chain them to a fucking... Wow, bro. And she don't she don't even look like she has any remorse. I think she's just trying to lie her way up out of it. I guarantee you she gonna try to say it was the other dude's idea, or the two dudes, whoever they were.
But I never did it tight or nothing. Like I was like,
Man.
I was just.
Would you chain your... like that? Oh, for discipline.
Obviously, police had to question this, especially after what they'd heard from witnesses. Alicia admitted that Cushman tried to pressure her to discipline the children when she first moved in.
In the beginning, I just noticed that there were excessive whoopings. These kids would be spanked, dragged to where they were being spanked, picked up by the ear and moved and being
Picked up
spanked. There
by
was
the
one time where she was like,
fucking ear,
if they're
bro.
not where they're supposed to be, I grab them by the ear and I move them. I expect you to do that. So I didn't. One day I told her what happened. So she hit me. She punched me in the chest.
Wow.
She said I should never undermine her parenting, that she can discipline her children how she wishes.
Jamie McDaniel had a similarly bleak history with Cushman, which began when she was only 15.
One day, she had pushed me and I had hit the wall and I had like bounced off of it. And of course, like I'm going to catch myself because I think I'm falling. And she thought I was coming at her for pushing me. She knocked me in my face over the love seat. She then flipped the love seat over on top of me, made Melanson, herself, all the kids sit on top of this love seat so I could not move. I'm claustrophobic to a degree. I have panic attacks. I have anxiety attacks at this point. I had such a bad anxiety attack under there. I pissed my britches. I threw up. And then I was made to clean it up when they finally decided that I was allowed to come out from underneath the love seat. I had to clean that up myself.
McDaniel's story only became darker from there. If Cushman was capable of behaving like this, police had to wonder what else her children had been subjected to. Even with all of this in mind, there were still stomach-churning details to be uncovered regarding the children. As it turns out, the children weren't only punished physically. Matthew said that they were also frequently humiliated as a form of discipline.
It looked like something you'd see in a World War II POW camp. Well, she was probably 9 or 10 at the time, maybe. They would make her wear just her underwear, no shirt, no bottom and stuff, around me just to embarrass her.
No
and I said,
way.
honey, don't worry about it.
This poor child was standing in the corner for days at a time. She started making her do exercises.
I take back what I said. Cause they just did the most excessive of standing in a corner. They used to make us stand in the corner at school, but never for a fucking day. Never for fucking days and weeks and shit like that. What the fuck? That is fucking torture, bro. That is insane. How do people like this live? How do people like this get away with this shit and get to live? That blows my mind, bro. Like 75 fucking times. 75 times that woman called. And not once did they check the shit. In fact, they gave her a heads up on who called. Nah, bro. She had to have an inside man telling her that, they're on the way, or either she was fucking the sheriff. Point blank period. It's no other fucking way, bro. Either she was, or he wanted to, and that was his way of trying to wing his way in. I don't give a fuck. That shit is fucked up. Every last one of them motherfuckers need to be tied to a tree and beat they motherfucking ass. The whole fucking police force. Especially her ass. They need to burn, boy, I'm tired. They need to whoop her ass with a burning stick. Tear her fucking ass up, bro. That is excessive as fuck. That is complete torture.
As punishment. It was do a wall squat for 30 minutes. No one can do a wall squat for 30 minutes. I am sorry. I don't care who you are. That is not an easy task.
State police found a way to confirm at least some of what they'd been told while executing the search warrant. And it was worse than they ever could have imagined.
There's going to be a camera as soon as you walk in on the wall. That's the chain. The beds were here. It got moved.
In addition to taking all the chains, locks, and screamers they could find, the police also collected a camera mounted on the wall in the first children's bedroom. The footage retrieved from this camera, which was also downloaded to Cushman and Senna's phones, would ultimately reveal the entire sickening truth of what took place in the house and who the perpetrators were.
And like I said, we extracted data from both y'all's phones. We've extracted data from the video cameras. Mm-hmm. And some of the videos are not good. That's not good.
Okay.
Okay,
Caught you, bitch.
we extracted over
1,400 videos, bro. I don't even think I got over 1,400 videos on my fucking channel. And I've been doing YouTube for over 7 years. No fucking way, bro. That's insane.
1,400 videos.
Wow.
That's just
You shocked? You happy about your accomplishment? What was in these videos?
James Bond. You can see here, who's that?
The kids? Okay.
Who's that? I know the picture is real small.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's either.
Okay, you see what they're eating? So right here, this one, bowl spaghetti, right? How do you feed a dog? You put them outside in a bowl. Here's your food, right?
Yeah.
Put the bowl of food in the bathtub naked, they're eating with her, and it wasn't even a bowl. It wasn't even a bowl. It was the food thrown inside the bathtub. Nasty ass bathtub.
Wow.
That was a fun thing they did.
Fun thing? A fun thing? Throwing food into a fucking bathtub for a child to eat is a fun thing. Well, shit, I've been having fun all wrong all my life. What the fuck? That's the dumbest shit. Bro. Somebody smack this hoe. Somebody smack this dummy, bro. What the fuck? I wish somebody would, but I swear to God, oh my God, if someone did my child like this, I promise to God I'd be under the motherfucking prison. Cause I'm talking about, bro, oh my God, never mind.
They filled the bathtub with spaghetti because they saw it on a video or YouTube or something.
What sick person does that?
I didn't know that. She said it was fun.
I thought you said you were something.
I never seen the picture.
Eating out of where you wash your ass is fun. In that nasty ass house. I wouldn't even want to eat at that fucking table, let alone the fucking bathroom. I know that shit disgusting.
Told me.
She told you about it?
She told me about it. And I was like, well, that sounds like a fun thing. I mean, you see people doing it.
You think that's fun?
Like,
that's fun as
I'm
fuck.
thinking not a bathtub, okay?
Fuck
I'm
Six
thinking like one of
Flags.
those big up air pools and the kids get to play around. Like, you see people with the Jello or whatever. I'm thinking fun. The way she described it to me sounded fun. Like a slip inside of spaghetti. Like, that's what I'm picturing. I didn't know that.
Slip inside
You saw your daughter
in a fucking spaghetti.
As it turned out, the spaghetti pictures weren't the first time the bathtub had been misused as a feeding trough.
And she had dumped cottage cheese in there. They had been there probably for days.
And they filmed
because
it.
of the growing mold. And she was allowing them to eat it.
Unfortunately, this was just one of many incidents involving food.
And she got this, like, the blue kiddie pools, like the plastic ones. Mm-hmm. She filled it with pudding. It was like 10 gallons of milk and so many boxes of pudding and sprinkles and whipped cream. And she made this pool of pudding. She made the kids get in there and eat it. I don't remember if it was the boy or the youngest girl, but they were going to pee their pants. They had to go to the bathroom so bad. And they didn't get out of the pool all the way in time, which is gross in its own, right? Like, you just peed in a pool of pudding. And so the oldest girl jumped out, threw a fit because she was sitting in a puddle of pudding. Like, of course you're going to react to that. So she jumps out. Well, Cushman gets mad. And those two kids are made to eat so much of that pudding.
Wow.
Mind you, now it has dirt in it. It has leaves in it. It has pee in it. These kids have been getting out and in, and they have toys in there, and they've made buckets, and it's this disgusting mess. It's starting to smell. It's warm outside. It's been sitting outside for hours at this point. She makes them start eating it until they're both so sick they can't stand it.
Things got really, really messed up when the youngest one started having accidents. That's when they started blending the food. If we were having something for dinner, it got thrown in a blender with her drink, her everything, and that's what she was expected to eat. The first time they had put like stuff that's not necessarily too gross together, some fruit and like a piece of bread. And, she didn't love the texture, but she ate it. She thought it was funny. The kid thought it was funny. She's like, oh yeah, I'm a baby, whatever. But then because that didn't affect her, they're like, oh, well, we're having a hamburger. So you're getting a blended hamburger. And then like, oh, well, what we're having tonight isn't bad enough. So I'm going to put in tuna and all like fruit and things that are, and just blend them together.
Horrifically, Alicia said that even if the concoction was disgusting enough to make CK vomit, she would still be made to eat it. But it didn't end there either.
I seen him when he was chained to the fireplace at one time. They had run out of dog food and he couldn't eat that morning or whatever, is what he did last night or night before. They made a bunch of rice and just a bowl of rice and stuff and was feeding their dogs and stuff. And one of the dog bowls was by, and he scooched the dog bowl over to him and ate it, and he got punished for that too.
Because he ate the dog's
He ate the dog's rice.
So the dog got a better treatment.
Kid had to eat the dog food because the dog food was a better meal than the bullshit that they were feeding them, just for their pure enjoyment. Bro, somebody need to hit this bitch with a car.
Yes.
How do people be this fucking evil, bro?
What happened with when started her menstrual cycle? Like when it was starting to start, Jamie had mentioned that she thought that, and Jamie was like, well, that's gross, we're not doing that. That's what my sister used to do. That's disgusting. Women don't do that. And so she had, I don't know if she put hot sauce on her actual parts or she put hot sauce on her hands.
Everything the witnesses shared so far was from before Senna moved in. At that time, Cushman was still in a relationship with Laura, raising the question of what role she might have played. Police would soon find out.
If Laura wasn't as hateful to them when Jamie wasn't around, I would have thought, okay, she's in the same position I was, she's scared of her, she's just doing what she's being told. But when Jamie wasn't around, when Jamie was in the back or whatever, she was no nicer to those kids. In February of 2020, she had the wood paddle, and then she had hit him with his chain.
She hit him with his chain? So she was whooping him with the chain?
Well, she had him bent down. She was holding his head into the bed, and she was hitting him with the chain. Well, she was hitting him with the paddle. When he wasn't crying because he'd been hit so many damn times, she got mad and she unhooked him from his ankle, and she started hitting him with the chain.
This horrific scene suggests a level of sadism was likely present. Laura was apparently not satisfied until she heard AB cry, which is why she used the chain. Please note that the term sadism is often associated with acts, but can be associated with individuals who derive gratification from inflicting pain on others. McDaniel also mentioned that Cushman made the paddle herself. Caregivers who spend time planning the different forms of punishment likely have sadistic traits, and most likely have antisocial personality disorder, as the two disorders can often co-occur.
Fucking weird ass bitch. I bet you are antisocial. Hey, how's your day going? I just beat the shit out of my child with a fucking chain.
But she got Jamie's the ringleader of all.
Do you think Laura should be in jail too?
Oh yes, absolutely. Laura should be in jail for what she did.
Perhaps Laura's involvement was why, despite being divorced, Cushman and Laura had been in regular contact since the investigation began. Even after Cushman's arrest later, the two made regular phone calls to discuss the case, including the so-called spaghetti thing.
I need to tell you something too. What? I went through your pictures on your phone. Like all your pictures on your phone? Yeah. Just to let you know. I was looking for the spaghetti pictures to see what they were.
Yeah, and from what you can't tell, but that the kids are wearing underwear.
Yeah, but just know I went through all your pictures, okay?
Cushman seemed to be missing the point about all the concerning aspects of those photos. A few days later, Laura fell into the same pattern.
And they have blown the spaghetti thing so far out of the water, it's not even funny.
Are you serious? What are they saying?
Oh, it's just...
Nah, don't cry now, bitch.
They're eating, the spaghetti was just thrown in the bathtub, and they're eating it with their hands.
What about asking the kids?
I don't know what they've asked the kids. I don't know what they've...
Asking the kids, bro, you literally brainwashed them into thinking that this is fun. This is safe. This is what people do from YouTube. And you had a hope.
Talk to them about I only know bits and pieces of what the
Whole
kid said
fucking
in the forensic
catalog.
interview.
1,400
Police did,
fucking
in fact, ask the
videos.
kids. With overwhelming evidence piling up against Cushman, Laura, and Senna, the children were taken to the state police station to meet with a child forensic interviewer. Further depths of the children's suffering were finally about to be brought to light.
That day, the next day, her shot the trampoline. I shot the trampoline? Okay. Was there anybody on the trampoline? No, only me. You were on the trampoline when she shot at it?
Wow.
How did that make you feel? Nervous. Nervous, yeah. Because her said her going to shoot me where my ankle only is.
Notice how AB answered, "No one, just me," as if he doesn't consider himself a person. Tragically, it seems he's learned through a lifetime of mistreatment that he is unimportant and essentially invisible to the adult caregivers in his life. This is what CK, one of the older children in the group, had to share.
What's in your room? Dressers, TV. We do have a chain. Okay. But my mom's been talking about taking it off and stuff. They do make me feel safe because they make me feel like I will never leave this home. But I'm chained to it.
The chain providing CK with a sense of security shows how disturbing behavior in the home had been normalized and even associated with love.
How else do you feel when you're chained? Sometimes I do feel sad. I always feel sad because I shouldn't have to be chained. You know, like it's my fault. So like that.
It appeared the Cushman was gradually beginning to grasp the gravity of her actions, yet Laura remained seemingly detached from the unfolding reality.
Jamie, we've been through hell. What's this for the rest of my life? I'm afraid that it's not. We don't think I'm going to prison for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Oh, you
Not
know
the
definitely
rest of your
going.
life.
You gonna bust that motherfucker wide open. Boy, they gonna open you with open arms. Boy, they gonna have a whole fucking parade for your ass waiting for you. Man. I swear, I hope they whoop her motherfucker. I hope she don't get a night of fucking sleep in that motherfucker.
If Laura was so deeply involved as police were coming to suspect, it was only a matter of time before they determined if Senna had followed in her footsteps. Police would know soon enough once she finally started telling the truth.
Why do they have sheets and comforters and pillows and he doesn't?
I know sometimes he gets himself, so then we have to do laundry.
So they do the laundry.
After reviewing the security footage, however, the police knew that there was a far crueler explanation than a slow laundry process.
What happened that day?
I know that day. That is the day he got out and stole everything in the kitchen. I know that day.
He got out.
And he threw it where? On the bed, right?
On the bed, yes.
What was that red stuff he threw up?
All the food he ate.
All the food he ate?
He got into the hot Cheetos, the cereal, the oatmeal, all the crap. He got into everything.
Let me show you something. Okay.
Okay.
You see that chain? He can't get out.
It sounds like AB engaged in food hoarding, which can be typical of children who are being underfed, severely neglected, or starved. On the morning of July 6th, just 3 weeks before the entire incident came to light, it became apparent that AB had been sick at some point during the night and was forced to sleep with his own vomit. The camera captured every awful detail, including Senna ignoring the situation. A few moments later, Cushman entered the room, and things went from bad to worse.
Nobody cleans up that, bro. You know how he cleans it up? You'll see right now how he cleans it up.
The footage showed Cushman entering the room in a violent fit of rage and smothering AB's face in his own vomit.
Wow.
Later, AB had picked out pieces of the vomit from the mattress while he continued to feel sick and remained chained to his bed. What was further sickening was the fact that Cushman and Senna had set up security cameras to film this sort of, to later save it in their phones.
You
Yeah,
cannot sit there and say,
God.
oh my God, and tell me you did not know.
I did not know. That's how it happened. I didn't.
Bull fucking shit, bro. You wait until after he closed the laptop and say, oh my God. Bitch, shut your dumb ass up. No fucking parent is gonna see this shit and just sit there and watch it. No, none. Any parent that gives a fuck about their child, they not finna sit here and see that this is going on with their kid and just be there like, oh my God. Bitch. I swear to God, bro. Y'all remember the bus driver video? Oh, you going to jail now? Well, he uppercut that bitch. She need about 4 or 5 of them. 100.
What you didn't know is you didn't know about that chain. Because I'm not listening to me. Just listen. Everyone has said they have chained him up. And we're not even done going through the video.
Police confronted Senna with just how unacceptable this indignity, along with the violence, was. You can probably guess her response.
So you're never around when this happens? No. So you didn't know about all of this?
Here comes the video.
I knew about because he got out and you still
right, but you know what kind of chain she's using. He cannot get out of that. So, Senna, watch this. This is how we're going to put it this way, okay? It's time for you to start thinking about you.
Yeah, I am.
And stop thinking about Cushman. Because if you guys are separated and you guys are not together, it's time for you to start thinking about you and stop thinking about her.
As far as
because listen, this is serious.
I know.
You knew he was not on that chain with a pin. You knew it. Everybody knows. Because everybody locked him up in that. Did you not know? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
I knew the chain.
Right, but you come apart unless you unlock it. Not this one.
Yes, it plugs into the alarm.
We have multiple videos of him. He cannot get out of that unless he has a key. There's messages that we recovered from your phone too. This is something in the lines of, I'm getting tired, he's hungry, like that. This is your time right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is your time right now.
I've never heard of kids.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Have you seen Cushman?
Text messages like the security footage suggested that Senna was far more than a helpless witness. In one message, Senna wrote to Cushman, quote, LOL is pissing me off.
Why would you even want your significant other to do shit like this to your child? You're not a bad looking woman. I'm not finna sit here and say that she's ugly, but like, you settle for that? You settle for that to stay with that for the rest of your life? You want to be married to that? That's what you want to be married to? Not even just talking about her appearance, but the type of person. This is what you call love? You love this person so much that you will allow them to do this type of shit to your child? Oh, my bad. Children.
Trying to find something to watch. When Cushman asked what was going on, Senna replied, his stupid, I'm hungry. I'm going to knock him out. Later, Cushman texted Senna, haha, they're not going to stop until they get me for child.
Yeah,
she was right.
It was funny.
And now they were after Senna, too. Watching the footage back, it seemed to have a strong effect on her.
It was funny,
so strong, in fact, that it led her to reveal something police had not even thought to suspect.
Kiki ha-ha till that motherfucking door open with the police right there.
That is the devil right there. And you know that. Do not protect this woman.
And she's the devil's wife.
Go ahead. Why was she doing that?
Wow.
Did you put her for her to listen? She knew. I mean,
man, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your. You're scared of her, but you're separated. Whose idea was it to separate and to continue communicating? If you're fucking scared of someone, you're not finna continue to communicate with them. The way that you just said that, like, bro, you was scared of her, but you called her to have her listen in on the investigation. You just gave her all of the fucking evidence that they have on y'all. All of the fucking evidence. But you was scared of her. Nah, fuck no. Y'all ain't on this shit together. Oh, yeah. All y'all, I hope they beat the dog shit out of them in that jail, bro.
You're scared of her.
Don't try to say your own ass.
You know what you just did?
You didn't even report it. You didn't report it.
I've tried to protect my kids as much as possible.
You didn't report it.
I've left several times. What did I
just tampered with evidence?
That's right.
Yeah.
Cushman was listening in on the interview from the other end of the call. Combined with what Senna and Cushman had just pulled off and the overall evidence against them, Officers acquire an arrest warrant for Cushman immediately.
Let's go. You stay hot all the time? Yeah.
Shut your ass up. You can't have shit.
Perhaps tellingly, Cushman didn't once ask
Have
why
a
she was
fucking
under
bowl of
arrest.
salad.
Nor did Laura Melanson, who was
I
driving
bet that's
the car.
enough torture for you.
Cushman was taken to jail. Back in the interrogation room, Senna is finally starting to react.
Yeah.
Perhaps only now that her own well-being is on the line.
You guys are thinking about you and your kids, or you and her.
Kids, I don't know why kids don't do anything.
Do you think this is gonna help you get your kids back?
No.
Like, I'm telling you right now, we're not even close to being done. And we're still going through everything. But this alone, just off of this, that's crazy. Yeah. This has got to be one of the worst trauma cases we've had. Top 5. Let's just start back.
Now you want to protect them.
Just do that. This is what we're going to need from you, okay? Because
I didn't change. Okay, I thought it was just me.
it's not being okay?
I don't want to go. Beautiful baby, please don't let me know. You told me you said I love you so.
This what we just presented to you and listening to is evidence.
I did not know you were going to tell me anything like that. I thought you were just going to ask me.
Then why don't you take it out when we were going? You know where we were going with this. Why don't you take it out and hang up? Will she come and talk to us after what she heard? Probably not. And guess whose fault was that? Listen to me.
She was never going to come anyways. She told me she was going to come.
If this ends up going to court, we gotta think about your kid. We gotta think about
If? What you mean if? It better. It better.
Right? Would you be willing to testify to everything that you told us? You're supposed to be scared for your kids.
I'm terrified for my
for your kids.
Gotcha, bitch.
I know it's late, but
Gotcha,
I'm trying
bitch. You don't act like that to someone that you're terrified of. Not willingly.
I know it's a little late, and I'm so sorry. I never wanted any kid to ever get hurt.
This is so messed up. You have no idea.
I do.
You obviously don't act like you do. You know more than what you're telling us.
I don't. I'm answering everything honestly. Now that she's on the phone, I'm answering everything honestly. And yes, I admit sometimes I lost my control. You'll see it in the video. I've gone in there and yelled at my son. Okay, but I don't. They're her kids. I didn't know where I stand. I barely just moved in there.
You know what kind of punishment this is?
It's bad.
It's torture. What did she do?
It's the same thing. Spankings.
Chain.
Yep. But I know for sure 100% her pen is easy access to get out.
Is it not?
Yeah, you told on yourself.
No, his is not.
His is not. Thank you.
Here, Senna finally admits to lie number one, indicating that there are probably many more to come.
All you gotta do, my pastor, may he rest in peace. He's dead and gone, but he always said, if you want the truth from a liar, just let them keep talking. Let them keep talking. They're gonna tell on themselves every single fucking time.
Could you imagine if there was a fire in that house?
It would not be safe, I know.
He would burn to death because he couldn't get out because he was tied like a dog in his damn room. And both of you would be charged for homicide. Let's just back up a little bit, okay? We're going to start all over, okay? Just relax, okay? This is what we're going to need. What's going on in the house? What I want is nothing but the truth.
Okay.
Come forward.
Don't get treated like the others. They don't.
It's obvious. It's obvious.
They don't. Jamie has an anger issue. And when they start acting up excessively, she gets upset. She says stuff. She does stuff.
What have you seen her do?
I've seen her spank the kids with the paddle.
They'd suspected the use of a paddle since the initial report alleged that one was used in the house, and all but confirmed it during the search warrant.
Got it. Hey, I got the paddles. Got the paddles.
Oh, there's a snake in there. Oh, I'm getting. Whoa. What's that?
There's a snake. There's a snake. Snake. Hey, can you get a picture? There's paddles.
While this discovery was huge in terms of evidence, police knew this wasn't the only form of corporal punishment used in the house. They intended to wring every drop of truth from Senna, who still knew more than she was saying.
But the chain is a form of punishment.
Yes, and I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with it. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't do that to my kids. I don't.
It's a form to keep them there to punish them without putting too many freaking bruises on their body.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you guys know CYFD goes to that house. And if they have a bunch of bruises on their body, what do you think's gonna happen?
I've never seen her physically.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Not excessively, not where it hurt them that bad.
Oh, you told
Footage
on yourself
extracted from
again.
a security camera in Cushman and Senna's phones showed firsthand just how barbaric some of the children's punishments were. In the uncensored footage, Cushman slaps AB in the face 3 times. LS was dragged from his bed by an unidentified female. Confronted with this, Senna was at last about to reveal the extent of this nightmare situation, and what she shared was even more shocking than anything discovered so far.
You've seen that before.
I wasn't in the room.
No, I said before. You've seen that punishment before. You've seen them hit you've seen her beat.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're scared because you don't want to tell us the truth. Yeah, because you know if you tell us the truth, what? Why are you scared of her?
Because I hit it and I didn't tell them.
So this is your time right now. Tell them.
Okay, she needs them.
Why?
Because she has anger issues. They don't do something she likes.
And she takes it away on them?
Yes.
She takes it out on them?
Yes.
And they're crying, yelling, and
I pull her back. I make her stop.
How does she beat them?
You scared of her, but you pulled her back. You're scared of her, but you pulled her back from her crazy rage on the kids that she loves to do, which is why you was allowing her to do it in the first place. Because she loves to do it and you were scared of her. But yet, when it got too crazy, you pulled her back. I hate liars, bro. I swear to God I do.
She's like that. She hits them and she spanks them with the paddle. I mean,
your kids too?
No.
The interviews with the children proved invaluable, as Senna's daughter was willing to tell the truth, while her mother was not.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do get in trouble and you get hit, who's the one that's hitting you?
Both moms.
Both moms? Okay. What happens when you get in trouble?
I get spanked.
Do you get spanked?
With wood.
With wood. Okay. Where do they spank you with the wood?
I have like a bruise right here.
Where's that?
Right here.
What about your?
Right here.
Right there? Okay.
According to her own children, not to mention the camera, Senna's claims of being faultless were nothing but hollow lies. As if that wasn't enough, Senna's text message history once again undercut her declarations of innocence. Senna messaged Cushman, "I'm going to hit him, I swear. He just needs to shut the up." In a subsequent message, she wrote, "I'm still trying for you because I know it upsets you and it hurts you, and for me because I need to learn to control myself." Cushman messaged her saying, "AB is on a rampage." Senna's response was, "Well, locking up." We can only assume that she meant lock him up. However, this can't be verified. Senna's guilt extended far past encouragement, and police had footage of her chaining various children on more than one occasion. Of course, Senna claimed it was all Cushman's fault.
I know she was drunk him outside once. Not like dragging, but she was pushing him out the door to yell at him. But that's all I saw because I was inside with the kids.
The person who reported Cushman had recently moved out of her residence. However, they did see what would take place on these walks.
And in those months that you were there, that this is what you observed? Or
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many times did you observe this? I mean, was it something that would happen
Non-stop.
Non-stop?
Non-stop what?
That they would beat them up or they were chained to their bed.
Why is she starving?
Wow.
She's not starving.
Yes, she is. He's crying saying he's hungry. You mean to tell me that? Look how tight that is.
That is very tight.
That is very tight.
It goes that tight.
Let's get back to the food. Why is she? Don't not say she's not starving. She's starving him. He's complaining he's hungry. He even says he's hungry at times. Why is she starving the kids?
I don't know. I know. He gets out and he steals everything. And if his stomach is full, then he doesn't eat or like for the rest of the day because his stomach is so full. Don't want to get him sick, or he'll eat broth or a tortilla. They've never gone an entire day without eating anything. We're on that one. As far as I know, they have never gone an entire day without eating.
Notice how Senna initially firmly denies the children ever going hungry and switches to, as far as I know, later on. It seems she doesn't even believe what she's saying herself.
Like if we still or we scream that we hungry.
So if you steal or you scream that you're hungry, you miss dinner?
Yeah.
A complete review of all the security footage revealed that AB had been chained without access to food, water, or a bathroom for more than 14 hours straight during the period the footage was recorded. As the other children weren't as consistently restrained, it was impossible to say how frequently, or rather infrequently, they were fed. This was all completely inhumane, but even more shocking was what else Cushman was known to do to her children.
When was she put in the cage?
No, okay, I've never heard of a cage. I've heard accusations. I've never seen them in cages.
McDaniel, who didn't even live at the residence anymore, had seen the children locked away in dog crates. So had members of Cushman's family. Cushman's aunt and her cousin spoke with police and revealed that in 2016, when they'd visited the house, they found CK locked in a dog cage on the front porch. It was the middle of winter, and she was only wearing pajamas. Matthew also said he'd seen the children in cages, but Sheriff Bowman insisted otherwise.
I never saw a kid in a kennel, because I would have come unhinged.
You
don't know me,
did
but
shit.
anybody around here that knows me knows what I would have done.
You,
I would hope so.
You didn't do shit when they called. What are you talking about? You would have came unhinged. You didn't even go over there. You gave her a warning. You warned her. Hey, man, somebody just called in. It was your buddy such and such. And now because you on the investigation, you would have came unhinged. She called 75 times.
The state police would continue their investigation, but ultimately, Sheriff Bowman was not charged with anything. However, in 2023, he popped up in the news once again, this time in connection with the foster family who had taken in the Cushman children.
Mr. Bowman shot their dog on their porch, and the Ring camera has it on Ring. And the woman got contacted by lawyers saying, hey, do you want us to do something about this? Yes. Their dog, the little dog that don't hurt nobody, I remember that dog. He shot it on their porch, walked up on their yard and shot their own dog and then got in her vehicle.
Senna, on the other hand, was facing a host of charges, just like Cushman.
You contributed to
And I
this.
never wanted to be with her. I tried to leave several times.
No, you
Then
didn't.
why did you leave?
I did.
No, you didn't.
She just brought me back.
How?
Exactly. How?
She gets in your head. She makes you think stuff. And she made me feel like, and I came back. There's one time she threw the just get me back in the house. So
You think her living would have been a good thing? Like, seriously. I don't give a fuck about that bitch life. Like, shit, like, bro, these type of people do not need life. They don't deserve life. This shit is evil as fuck. This shit is downright fucking low down and dirty. Evil as fuck. No, she does not deserve a happy life. The kids didn't get a happy life. The kids couldn't eat when they wanted to eat, but her fat ass was in there eating McDonald's and Burger King all the fucking time. Throw a fucking salad in front of her, she'll have a whole fucking tantrum. But she throwing these kids spaghetti in a fucking bathtub. It's fun, see? Okay, let's make your fat ass eat a salad out the bathtub. Matter of fact, let me piss on it before you know what I'm saying, put a little ranch dressing on there, you know what I'm saying? A little Thousand Island piss on there.
I can say that I didn't leave again.
It's fun, though.
It was like a
for
cult
you two.
of lesbians.
These claims could indicate a disturbing pattern in Cushman's alleged behavior. These patterns are similar to those we see in cult leaders, including narcissism, love bombing, targeting vulnerable people such as teens, and stringing people along. Narcissists often lure their victims with excessive affection and attention, making them feel special and adored. They manipulate by idealizing the victim, mirroring their interests, and projecting fantasies onto them, fostering a deep but false connection. Once trust is gained, they begin to devalue the victim, causing confusion and insecurity. Finally, they discard the victim or cycle through phases of idealization and devaluation, causing significant psychological and emotional damage. It's important for individuals to recognize these manipulative patterns and prioritize their emotional well-being in relationships.
Well, why are you so scared about it? That's what I want to know. Did she beat you?
She used to leave so often. I love Avery because ever since then I'm just scared of her because she just did that out of slight anger and she's going to do what she finds out. I just tell me.
I know there's guns in the house.
Exactly.
During one of their calls, Laura informed Cushman that Senna had broken during interrogation.
Are you there? No, I don't have any good news. I have no good news. Jamie told him you did it.
Are you kidding me?
No. But remember, we're being recorded this whole time, okay?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, don't say too much
he
about
told
the
them
bullshit
that-
we were doing.
About you being on the phone. He told them that when she saw the video, that you beat the kids. I was told I could share this with you, but it is very long. That I needed you to know that.
Am I going to prison for the rest of my life?
Mm-hmm.
Your lawyer's going to work on that.
Laura, I love you. Please know that, okay?
Shut up.
We've got a minute left, okay?
I love you.
Shut up,
I
bitch.
know. I know.
Just tell me back.
Hell no.
I love you too.
Fuck you, bitch.
Go to prison for 5 years.
Oh, now you can't go to prison now, huh? Now you want sympathy, but when them kids wanted sympathy, you beat their ass harder. You chain them up to a fucking wall. You make them eat his own fucking vomit. You make him eat out of a fucking bathtub when he wanted sympathy. Made them eat pudding out of a fucking kiddie pool that one of them just pissed in with leaves. And now you want sympathy. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you. And I mean that. I feel no remorse for you, bitch.
You need to know.
What did I do?
Huh?
What did I do?
After years of inflicting torment upon the children and the repercussions of her actions catching up to her, Cushman frantically reaches out to her mother.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mama.
Love you.
I love you too. Mommy, you don't believe I'm this horrible person I am, do you?
No, I don't, Judy. Ever. That's the thing I do. Ever. You're not a horrible person. No. And I will fight to the death if somebody says you are.
Come fight me. Come fight me. I'll beat your ass for allowing your daughter for doing this shit.
What? I promise I'm not. I loved my kids.
If a hug represented how much... Damn, I can't see that shit. That shit's small. How much I loved you. I would hold... Damn, what the fuck? I would hold you in my arms forever. I can read, y'all. I really can.
The person who reported Cushman finally helped bring the state police to her house, resulting in Cushman's arrest and the children's rescue. In the end, Jamie Cushman was charged with a total of 21 counts of intentional child abuse that did not cause great bodily harm or death. She was given an additional charge for conspiring to commit the abuse and another charge for interfering with an investigation. She eventually pled guilty to 5 counts of child abuse in exchange for a 15-year prison sentence. Jamie Senna faced the same charges and pled no contest to 4 counts of child abuse. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Finally, Laura Melanson was also charged with 5 counts of child abuse. She pled guilty on 2 counts and is expected to face the same 6-year sentence as Jamie Senna, though an official sentence has yet to be announced. As for the children, police were able to give Jamie McDaniel this positive update.
There were some really good people, and kids are 18, 14 now, and they are all back in school. And
Why they got that screenshot of her? That's fucked
they
up.
are great, so they're doing really good.
No, you're good. You're good.
These kids are doing good. So,
Matthew, Alicia, and McDaniel all expressed relief that the children were finally out of Cushman's control.
There's no sentence in the world that would justify her actions.
Facts.
There's no punishment equal to the amount of
It is.
damage.
It
that
is.
she
Do
did
her
to
the
those
same
children.
way. I for
If
I
the kids
2
ever
4
saw
2.
this, I would want them to know
Do her the
that
same way.
they were very loved by some people in their lives who really, really wanted to help them and who were really sorry they couldn't.
After their extreme suffering, we have to hope the children are getting a chance to recover and make a fresh start, and that they will never be hurt this way ever again.